Welcome to Single Tree Nation. I'm your man, Charlie Eblin, the host and owner of Single Tree Woodfire Barbecue. We are here to build community through undeniable hospitality, storytelling, and the perfect plate of barbecue. What is going on, guys? I'm your man, Charlie Eblin. Welcome back to Single Tree Nation. As always, we have our illustrious co-host, Mr. Derry Wells, in the house tonight.
What is up, everybody? That was a hard enunciation of my name there. What?
It was a little bit more firm than normal.
Give it to him firm. Like,
I think
it's a Seinfeld reference. Most people won't get it, just FYI, so it's fine.
It could be the pre-menopause that I had right before the show started. For those sorry you don't get the reference of the joke, but anyways, welcome back, guys. Look, we have a great episode today. We have two very special guests to me because they started this journey of food trucking, restaurant hospitality about the same time that I did. That's right. And we did way too many events together.
That was fun.
It was a lot of fun back in 2021, just a couple of short years ago. But welcome to the show, Cool Beans.
Thank you. Cool Beans Coffee.
If you don't know what Cool Beans is, look them up, give them a follow. Do you have a YouTube channel?
Not yet. Thinking about starting
YouTube
one.
channel coming soon, so subscribe to that when it happens. But Jay, Marrissa, welcome.
Thank you.
We like to start the show off with a little bit of why are you giggling?
There are so many things.
It.
Like it is like that. My mind is a whirlwind of just stuff right now. And it's comical.
Okay.
I just keep grinning.
All right.
I'm looking at you and I'm like. Anyway, it's fun.
Yeah, I could feel the laughter coming out of you.
I can, in my mind, it's 2021. We are post COVID, if you will, blah, blah, blah. Y'all are in food trucks at an event. You've got the barbecue going. Mm-hmm. They've got the coffee going. And I'm the weirdo trying to buy both. And like, cause I would. Like,
no, you wouldn't be a weirdo.
No, but I'm just saying that's like coffee and barbecue is not exactly, go hand in hand.
Isn't
I would
great?
be there.
Yeah.
I'm like, give me a black coffee
wonderful.
and I'm gonna go get some brisket. And
yeah.
So anyway, but there was just a lot going mentally there. If I check out for a second, bear with me, guys. So
look, when we first started our food truck, I looked for their truck every time I pulled up to an event.
That's awesome.
Same.
And my wife,
Absolutely.
if my wife was going to work the truck with me, she would always ask, "Is Cool Beans going to be there?"
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Yep. I'm like, I don't know. Have you looked up the event? Yeah, no, I couldn't see anybody that was going to be on there, so I wanted to know if you were going to.
Does the food truck community, if you will, do y'all get to know each other well enough? Like when you see each other coming to an event or to you do hope that so and so's there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, we
the
have
flip
our
side of
favorites.
that are there ones that so and so's going to be there? And I know you won't say it out loud. I'm not asking you to call out names.
Look, there are certain competitors.
Right,
Okay,
right,
sure, yeah.
I will tell you this. So when I was doing the food truck full time, when I pulled up, when I first got there and I'm starting to set up, and you guys don't have to throw anybody on the bus, I'll do it for you. When I first got there, I was trying to figure out what I was going to eat.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And if there was certain people there, i.e. Cool Beans, I was going to go get a coffee.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, I don't think I ever worked an event where I didn't get at least one coffee from them. Right. So like it was a guarantee.
Sure.
If there wasn't people there that I was like, man, I got to have that, then I ate brisket that day.
Right.
You know, we had a pulled pork sandwich or ribs or wings or whatever it was. So
either one of y'all
We
ever
drink a lot more coffee.
right.
But same.
Yeah.
Either one of y'all ever backed out on because you found out somebody was going to be there that you didn't want to either or let me reflip. Did you join something you were reluctant to initially join because somebody was there? Try to keep a positive spin on it.
I think if we have.
So. I don't mind the competition.
Sure.
There's some events that we've been to where there's, 2 or 3 other coffee trucks.
Right.
But we're confident in our product that we have a great following.
Sure.
There's a lot of people out there that love our drinks. So.
Right.
I don't back down.
So look, we have all kinds of things to talk about today. But we are here to talk about Cool Beans. Okay.
All right.
And I want to know, like, I know a little bit, but with this platform, we can now tell millions of people who Cool Beans is.
Millions.
Wow.
And have a good time. Right. So
She was easing up, and then you had to go lock her up again. She's like, I like you, man.
look, I mean, we're going to put this on YouTube. So,
Yeah.
I mean, the whole world gets to see who you are and what you do now.
Excellent.
So, like, it's incredible. Don't mess it up.
No pressure.
Yeah.
Kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just
Spotlight.
kidding. Look,
I'm here. It's fine. I'll run referee. We're good.
look, you want to see something awful? Go back and look at some of the content that I posted when I first opened. It was pretty bad. It looked like watercolors for toddlers.
I'd even say props to us because we're closing on 1 year now, or we just passed 1 year. I can't remember exactly where we're at.
We're a little over a year.
Since the reboot. Anyway, whatever it is, us till now, the past 60, 70 episodes, like, man, we've really grown a lot.
Oh,
like
yeah.
just in
It's a
what we've
different
done
world.
in here, like it's impressive how much just trial by fire goes. And I'm sure that probably translates to food truck.
Oh,
the
yeah.
first time you don't
Oh, for
get
sure.
an order or whatever, you're like, well, scratch that, or whatever. So
Yeah.
I'm sure, but
We had
So
a
let's-
lot of that.
Well, let's dive into that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you guys have had your food truck now, coffee truck,
4 years.
for 4 years,
Mm-hmm.
which would put us back into a wonderful time during our society,
Yeah.
right in the middle of a pandemic. So, I started my business right in the middle of a pandemic. Why would anyone wake up and go, the whole world shut down? Let's start a hospitality business.
Yeah. Just insane, I guess.
Yeah. Well, the idea started before all of that. So I guess it was just more of pushing through it and not giving up just because, everything was happening and hoping that it would just go back to normal and we'd be fine.
So, whose idea was it to start the coffee shop?
I would say it was my idea that I never thought would happen. And then
Okay.
I brought it to him and he definitely pushed it
Let's go
and
for
said,
it.
hey, we should really do this. And I'm like, oh, really?
Yeah.
So I feel like it was kind of a 50-50.
Yeah.
Okay. Who named the place?
Me.
You named it?
Yeah.
Is Cool Beans, obviously there's a coffee reference with beans. But is that something you would say or you would hear your dad say?
Oh, yeah.
Because I say it quite often and people make fun of me.
Yeah.
I think it's funny.
Yeah.
I like the saying.
It's actually kind of funny how many people are like, oh, I used to say that all the time. I'm like, used to? That's not still a thing.
I hear it all
Keep
the
it
time.
going.
Definitely.
Keep it going. All right. So you woke up one morning and said, all right, Jay, Dad, let's start this business.
Well, it was more me saying,
Yeah, he really
yeah, let's do
pushed
this.
me into it because,
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
So what was your holdback? What were you doing prior to Cool Beans?
Well, I was bartending at the time that I made the joke about starting it. And
Where
then Priming's Cigar Lounge, which is no longer Priming Cigar Lounge. It's Bar Cigar now.
Okay.
But yeah, so
Up in Nashville.
up in Nashville.
Yep. So you were bartending at a cigar lounge and loving life, making tons of money, didn't have a care in the world. And Dad says, we're going to start a coffee shop and we're going to put it on wheels and you're going to love it.
Kind of. So
Okay.
yeah, I wanted to start a bakery actually that sold
Okay.
coffee. And I also had an idea to start a food truck, a noodle truck.
Yeah, a different kind of food truck.
A
And
noodle truck.
Yeah. So
Okay, I'm four kinds of confused. Like
I
we
come up
went
with
from coffee
businesses.
to noodles to
Oh,
a
no,
bakery
yeah.
to noodles to okay. So you wanted to start a bakery, so you like to bake.
Yes.
Okay. So what kind of baking do we do?
Well, I'm actually not really that good at baking. I just like to try.
Okay.
She's much better at coffee, but she does do good.
I like to challenge myself though. I like to try to do cakes, like extravagant, several layered cakes.
Okay.
But I do good breads. So
And bars.
yeah, and bars.
Yeah.
It actually the whole idea to do a bakery started because of one specific dessert that never got properly named.
Yeah, it's so good.
So
What
it's
is it?
a layer of cookie and then a layer of cheesecake, a layer of chocolate, and a layer of fruit. So it's just this whole layered thing, and that's what inspired the name for actually one of
What kind of
drinks.
fruit do you put on it?
Oh, it can be anything. It started with strawberries.
Strawberry's the best.
Yeah, and
That
that
was
one.
proper. That's the answer I needed.
Yeah.
Just FYI.
That's what I was. Yeah.
It's really good.
Okay, can we
That's
get this?
Quite a while.
Oh yeah,
We can get one of these.
yeah. Just not anytime soon.
It's coming. It's coming. Yeah. Not in the coffee trailer.
We
yet.
haven't named it yet.
No.
Can we special? It's not in the trailer yet, but can we special order one?
I think she'll just make you one.
Yeah,
You know.
Oh, well, I'll pay you for it.
you don't have to pay me in compliments of how good it is.
No problem. I don't know if you realize this, but my pronouns are dessert, and I really like them.
I didn't know where he's going with that. I'm trying to.
Yeah.
Usually we got a pretty good line. I was like, where's he at with this one? Because you're always like, oh, I got it. All right. Anyway.
So yeah, I'll take all of it. Okay. And we don't have a name for it. Do we have an idea?
We didn't have a name for the dessert, but our signature drink is called the What.
The
And
what?
originally that was going to be a dessert.
Yeah.
So
so-
the what is where this dessert came from.
Yep.
Right.
Or this-
You walk into a bakery and say, "Can I get a what?" Now we just changed that into our signature drink.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
For those of you who have not had a what,
Yeah.
because I have.
I'm simple. I have had coffee. It was just the most basic. Give me black coffee. I always make the joke, and people ask me, "How you like your coffee?" The way God intended, black. Like that's just I like my coffee right here. 'Cause look, here's right. I want it black and hot. All right? And that's what I like, and that's my thing. And so, to me, if you can make good black coffee. You can church it up however you want,
Yeah.
right? And so
Right.
you got to
Exactly.
start with the form here,
Right.
and
Right.
it was fantastic. I had it at an event that was here in town, and it was chilly that day, and it was hit the spot that I needed. It scratched the itch, and I was like, "All right, this
So
is
do
good."
you think is black coffee more about the bean than how it's brewed?
I think it's both. But,
Okay.
but the bean is the most important, and how they roast it is most
Right.
important.
Yeah.
You know, and you can, like, there's certain national companies that over roast their beans, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And that's why it tastes kind of burnt.
It's got that bitterness.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, no, we try to pick a bean that is, or a roaster that has the right bean, that is a little less cooked,
Gotcha.
so to speak.
Gotcha. Do you have a local roaster that you use?
We do. We love them. It's Just Love.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
we use their beans. We use their grounds. We use a lot of their products.
Shout out to Just Love.
Yeah. Definitely.
I'm being the guy that's on social media here.
I love it.
Your what looks fantastic,
Thank you.
Awesome.
but just based on the eye test, I'm ordering the Samoa cold brew.
Oh yeah.
Holy cow! Like that's a drink.
Yeah.
And I'm not a cold coffee dude. That thing right there. Let me find y'all's trailer next time you're open. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I got excited. That what looks good though. I'd probably buy two.
I love it. I love it.
Well, we had to have a drink with cool beans. The thought was we needed really good cold coffee or cold brew. So we spent at least 6 months trying to get a good formula for a really good cold brew. And I think we hit it. I really think we got the best cold brew. And so that's the basis of
It's pretty
of
good.
What.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It is pretty.
And
It
like
is
you
pretty
said,
darn
you
good.
start with really good coffee,
Yep.
and you can build from there.
That's it.
So we did. We started with really good cold brew, and then we threw a bunch of stuff in there, and we came up with.
What's the process look like when you're going to look for a cold brew? Are you just buying 10 of them out this week and let's go try those 10 and you're making your notes, or is it one at a time? Is it just finding that one?
Before I would go and just try everybody's cold brew.
Okay.
Here and there, different
Okay.
coffee shops and little small coffee shops. big ones.
Right.
Like Duncan has a really bad one. Sorry, Duncan.
We ain't
It's cold
running
brew.
on Duncan around here.
Yeah.
No.
But it's and I've been disappointed in everybody's cold brew, and I'm biased. But
Right.
I really think we have an awesome cold brew.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a quick break and hear a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back. What's going on, guys? I'm your man, Charlie Eblin, the owner of Single Tree Barbecue, located right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, 2805 Old Fort Parkway. We're open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 until 8 p.m. and on Sundays from 11 to 3. If you want some smoked wings all the way to some Texas-style smoked brisket, y'all come see us. We have some amazing lunch specials during the week and outstanding barbecue right here in the Middle Tennessee area. We can't wait to see you guys. Welcome back, guys. For those of you who are just now tuning in, we have Cool Beans with us today. They are a food truck located here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. If you have not had their stuff, please go find them. It is phenomenal. I've known them for a few years, and unfortunately, the last couple I haven't been able to get out of my restaurant very often to go anywhere. But we
It's good to be
anytime we can, we get us some Cool Beans. So find their socials, like, share, and subscribe to all of that stuff, and then find out where they're located and get you some coffee. So we've talked about cold brew. We've talked about the what. We've talked about starting a food truck business in the middle of a pandemic. Okay. So one of the things that I like to ask people that run food trucks is what was one of the things that you learned in the first little bit of opening your food truck that for whatever reason you couldn't see, it was blinding, like and then all of a sudden like a light bulb came on and you were like, oh, well, we could just do it this way. And it's super easy, like deal. So I'll give you my example of what happened to me.
Okay.
All right. And then kind of give you an idea of what the question means. So when we bought our trailer, the clean water I had too much clean water versus gray water.
Right.
Okay. So the hot water heater that I had on my food truck was a 3 or 5 gallon water heater. Okay. Small little thing that was off in the corner under a cabinet. Got inspected by the health department. Hey, you got too much clean water. You need a bigger gray water tank.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm losing my mind. I don't have a job. I'm trying to get this food truck open. I don't have any income coming in. What am I going to do? I'm in the car riding to Nashville with my wife and just let out some very colorful language. And what are we going to do?
Did you start like yelling red and green and blue everywhere? Is that
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I think there might have been a purple. It
Some
was
dark, colorful language, right?
yes. Yeah, it was hunter green. Yeah. So long story short, I'm thinking I'm going to have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to replace this gray water tank and put a new and bigger one in, when all I had to do was get an on-demand water heater. And it took me 2 weeks to figure out that I just needed to change the water heater out for $100, $200.
Nice.
And super simple,
Yeah.
right? No big deal.
We overthink it.
But I was
We have such a tendency to overthink.
I was so overthinking what I was going to have to do, and I was so upset that I'm going to have to spend thousands of dollars now to fix this brand new trailer that I just got. So it was kind of an aha moment for us, and we started thinking about things of, okay, when we have a problem, let's simplify the problem to as small as we can, and then what's the solution for that problem, right?
Right.
So that was one of the biggest learnings that we had within our first year of being opening, was keep things simple. And most of the time, the solution is a lot easier, right? So what is something that you learned in the first year that you were like, oh man, if I could have done that over again, this would have been so much easier.
Yeah. There's so many things we learned because we didn't know food trucks. When
Well, I'm
we
sure
started,
you learned
know.
something, and then she learned something
yeah,
different, right?
yeah.
So what's give me? It doesn't have to be something major like major
Yeah.
malfunction like me, but
Yeah. Yeah.
it can be something small, right? There's all kinds of small things we learn
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Well, one thing I think we learned is that even though food and coffee go together, muffins, bakery, and stuff like that go together with coffee. Your audience, your guests might not actually be hungry. They just want coffee.
Right.
So when we first started, we got with a local baker, and we tried to do bakery, and we didn't sell enough to make it worthwhile. So I think that was one of the biggest learning things.
Yeah. And gonna piggyback off of that real quick and just you got to learn to get creative. So, for example, when we were finding out that no one was buying our bakery, because we were always at events that had other food,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like, why, get the food with the coffee when you could just go get a whole meal. So I turned some of our bakery into drinks.
It's
And
true.
yeah, it was the Friday night market. That was the first time we had donuts that we couldn't sell, and so I decided to put one in a blender and see what happened. And the donut frappe was born, and then I turned it into the
it was
maple bacon
great.
donut frappe
Yeah.
for Bacon Fest.
She makes incredible drinks.
That's outstanding.
I'll give her that much. And her creativity when it comes to drinks and naming the drinks is just it.
That's crazy.
It
We were-
really.
Shay's over here trying to sell coffee. He's like, you're grinding up what? Like, we
Yeah,
just,
grinding up,
like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
hey,
but-
we got
but
a
it
truck
worked.
to run, man. Not over here putting blender with
Donuts
a
and
donut.
blenders.
Yeah.
Was it a donut, country donut?
Uh,
Just tell me yes. We'll be okay.
okay, sure.
It might have been.
I actually don't even remember.
favorite.
Oh,
Look, anytime
I
I
do.
can
It is
shout
my
out Doko, I'm gonna shout
for
them out.
sure. Yes.
Bo
Yeah.
and Christy are amazing people.
Yeah, they are. They are. She actually had it at her wedding.
Yeah.
She had a
Doko?
donut wall.
Yeah.
Instead of just cake like a normal wedding,
Yeah.
she had to have a donut wall and have donut country.
Yeah.
That's
my
outstanding.
favorite.
I love it.
Yeah.
Good
Love
for
those
you.
guys.
What? Lots of learnings in the first year. Now that you've been operating for 4 years now, right? Has what you do on a daily, weekly basis changed? Do you do more? Like when I was doing it and we were at events all the time, we were always at Friday night, right? The Friday night market in the borough was, and shout out to Malika. She did a phenomenal job with that. I think they're still doing it at different venues, but
Yep.
to do those things, are you still doing those? Or you like I've seen you at the hospital a couple of times and, just different kind of things. Are you still doing events like that? Or have you changed it up and doing other things now?
We're trying to do bigger and bigger events.
Gotcha.
We got our biggest event coming up this summer. We're going to be at the Tennessee Air Show.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which is going to be huge.
Nice.
It's going to be our biggest event by far. But,
Yeah.
That's a pretty big show.
yeah, it's going to be huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we're trying to get into bigger festivals, bigger events, and kind of getting away from the smaller, but we still do like corporate events and, a lot of teacher appreciation, a lot of school events.
Yep.
Teachers love their coffee. Nurses
Yes,
love
we
their
do.
coffee.
Yes.
yes, we do.
Yeah. So
Yep.
we love doing those.
Speaking on behalf of teachers here,
Yeah.
we thrive on coffee.
Y'all did something. I think it was at Blackman Middle not too long ago.
Yeah.
And
That was fun.
my wife's on the PTO there.
Oh, okay.
So she was excited. She didn't get to come and get any coffee because she was too busy. But she was not happy about it either.
Yep. Yep.
So
I'd have found a way. I'd have sent a kid, but hey, there's a truck
there's
over
a
there.
truck over there. You need a
Here's $5. You go get whatever that'll get. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's good stuff.
we have our regular stops that we do every week. MMC and Stonecrest up in Smyrna.
Yep.
We've been doing that for almost when we started.
Right. Yeah. MMC for sure.
Yeah. Every week we're there on Wednesdays and stuff like that. But
Nice.
we are going to be looking at opening our first brick and mortar.
Hey.
Ooh.
Yeah, this
big
is the
news.
first time we're announcing it.
Uh-oh, big news. Where?
In Smyrna.
Okay.
I have the lease in hand. I'm looking through it, and we're ready to sign pretty soon.
Goodness.
Yeah, exciting.
We're going to keep the truck, though?
We're keeping the trailer.
Okay.
So we're still going to do the big events. We're still going to go to festivals and stuff like that.
And keep the trailer?
Yeah.
And then sell the truck?
bus. Yep.
We might be selling the bus, yeah. Hate to
Okay.
sell the bus. Bus is pretty cool.
Yeah,
but
it is.
The bus is pretty cool. I like the bus.
Yeah, but the
I've only seen the
trailer
trailer.
travels better.
So let's go back to why we have a bus and a trailer.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Because you had a trailer it's a really nice trailer.
It's great.
great.
It's
and
custom
it goes
built.
it goes everywhere,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
You want to tell them why?
well, I mean, it's your fault, but he's got this whole full-time job thing, and so he can't pull the
Just
trailer
let
for
that
me.
get in the way.
well let's
Yeah.
Yeah, a regular income. That's stupid.
let's see here. But
But it's also my fault because I'm not brave enough to drive the truck and trailer part. It'd be too much of a liability. So I wanted something
the
I could
truth
drive
comes out.
myself.
That's right.
Yes.
Didn't we just have this conversation?
It was about an hour ago now. Yeah, 45 minutes maybe.
Yeah.
So we we were on a phone call on the way over here, and we were discussing people and their trailer operations. And I commend you though for realizing your limits. I mean, like, cause that's fine.
it's
I
great.
mean, at least
great.
you didn't jam yourself up into a situation that, well, we're going to wait on somebody else to come move this now because I can't do it. So good for you on knowing that. But how big's the bus? Is there a size difference? Are you able to serve more out of one or the other?
The bus definitely has more capacity.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do. We have the ability to do bigger things in it just because of the space.
Sure.
But
I think we can be faster in the trailer because we have two windows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Depending on the menu.
that's true.
Gotcha.
That's
We
true.
can make more drinks and faster drinks in the bus because we have the space and we have the space for the equipment.
Right. Right.
But if we're just doing like quick serve stuff, just pour and go, pour and go, pour and go, we can
Yeah.
do that fast in the trailer.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The layout makes a huge difference too.
Yeah. But it's definitely backing up the trailer situation that,
Yeah, I can't.
motivated us to find a bus or
for
a
me.
truck that she could just drive around
Yeah.
and do her own thing.
So are you currently using both?
Kind
Only-
of. We have both inspected, both are licensed and stuff like that, but we don't use both at the same time. We did that in 2023.
Okay.
And we had the
That's great.
staff to do it.
Yep.
And it was crazy and it was awesome and lots of fun. But we kind of pulled that back,
a lot.
mostly because of staffing.
Yeah.
It's really hard to find a
enough
good
people to run
baristas to.
Are
to
you
work the
having
trailer.
to, when it comes to staffing, and I mean, I know there's a training element. Do they have to learn every single drink, or is it enough that like, hey, I've got this, and you got your little cheat sheet list, and hey, go in the
Yeah.
order and you're fine.
There's definitely a level of proficiency they have to meet, but they don't have to know everything because
Okay.
there are cheat sheets.
Right.
And yeah, I try to make things easy.
I saw on one of your pages, it was an older post because I was being nosy and scrolling, and it was like, now hiring baristas, and I was like, could I sling coffee? And I came up with the answer of I could pour the black coffee, and that's and I could pour the black coffee to the person who was going to dress it. Like I do all the black coffee just because
Yeah.
I'm not. I've tried to dress up coffee at home. And I think that may be the reason I like black coffee so much is because I failed with it. So that's just me. But
I can put cream in it.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I don't even just black.
I love it. I love it. All right, let's. I gotta get back to this brick and mortar. I'm super excited about this.
I knew
This
you was
makes
going
me
that,
very
that
happy.
was going to
Yeah.
poke him right
Like
there
I,
in the
it
serious
got me
bone.
right in the feels.
Yeah.
I was happy about this.
Yep.
So in Smyrna,
Yes.
can you announce where in Smyrna, or do you want to wait until you actually sign the lease?
We probably should wait.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
No, there's no negotiating element and stuff.
I got
like
you.
That, so
Yeah. So if we sign this lease,
Yes.
I said we like I'm involved.
You just
If
became
guys-
involved.
Yeah. Look, I'm in my feels right now, man. If you guys sign this lease, and you get going, what do you think? 6 months?
Well, I'm hoping 4.
Okay.
Because we don't have to build a full kitchen.
Right.
It's just a shell right now.
Okay.
There's not even a floor. It's just gravel.
Oh, nice.
So
nice.
we got to build everything out. And,
New.
and there's a huge cost to that. But
There's a little bit, yeah. Yeah.
So that's going to take a while. But the contractors that I've been talking to, getting quotes from, they think they can do it in 2 to 3 months once we get permitting. And permits always the hardest part.
That's the hardest part, for sure.
Yeah. So maybe 4 months.
Is this going to be, we're going to take the menu from the truck, copy, paste, and go? Or are we going to do what's in the bakery form?
Well, we're going to have a lot more to offer,
Okay.
but we are going to stick to mostly the menu that we have now. We are making a few changes to our coffee menu, but it's going to mostly be the same. All the fan favorites will be there.
All the fan faves are going to be
Yes.
there, and maybe some additions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mostly on the food side.
Yeah.
Bakery, some sandwiches, some
Okay.
breakfast items.
Any R&D you need, any research you need, feedback.
You're the man.
I know a great
You
place.
offering your services?
Yes.
Yes.
We will taste anything you would like.
Great.
Yes.
For sure.
We can just
got-
come put a
need that,
buffet
yeah.
on the table here and be like,
Yes.
like-
Just-
We're actually planning something like that.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, we got a huge, like 40 different items and we're not going to offer 40 different
sure.
items.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
What do you guys like?
Yeah.
You know, make
That's
it
awesome.
all, invite 30 of our friends over and
Yeah.
try it.
That is great.
if you don't want to have 40 of your friends at your house, because I know how that is, we can talk offline, and maybe we do it at the restaurant on a Monday when I'm
That'd be
closed.
awesome. Yeah.
So you can like set up a buffet, and we can
Yeah.
just bring community people in together and say, hey, it's kind of like a friends and family for Cool Beans.
Yeah.
You know,
Love that.
I'm always willing to be able to sneak my way into some food.
I'm just worried that we have 40 people come to our house. I'm not a 40 person in my house kind of person.
Ooh, man, you know how stressed out I'd be.
I'm
And
thinking
I'm
of
not
parking.
a stressed person.
Yeah. Parking might be an issue.
I don't want 40 people at my house. Sometimes I don't know if I want 4 people at my house. Like, let's be honest. What do you mean somebody else is showing up? Anyway, I'm going off the rails here, but yeah. So
I understand.
Lock
That's
the
all
door.
good. All right, so we have a segment in our show called Mac or Beans. Okay, it's a this or that segment.
Okay.
All right. So the first question is always would you prefer mac and cheese or beans when you go to a barbecue restaurant? So since I own one, I got to ask the question. So, Jay,
Beans.
beans, Marissa,
Mac and cheese.
I knew that.
50-50.
Split. I like
down
it.
the middle.
Yep.
The other half of that, and I feel like I know the answer based on now where y'all have talked a little bit. So, with the coffee aspect, I was going to come in and ask, do you prefer the cold drink or the hot drink? So,
Depends on the day for
no,
me.
it does. No, Jay, you have an answer. You have an answer.
Yes, I do love my cold brew. Yes.
We talked about accountability partners
That's
today in one of my meetings. So, I think you just got held accountable to your actions there.
I did. If I had to choose, I'd do the cold brew.
Marissa?
I'm cold too.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm the only one in here likes their coffee proper then. I'm going.
like it.
Both
I
of you
just
like
prefer
cold
black.
brew more than regular hot coffee?
Yeah.
I do now. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I don't think there's
I-
anything
I
I
better
would never
than
turn down hot coffee,
Right.
but I just, if I had the choice, which I do.
I didn't even drink cold brew before we started this.
Really?
Yeah. And when we were trying
So
to
you knew
develop
on
it,
the scene.
I did. I'm
Like, you
like
just-
cold coffee. That just did not appeal to me, and now I love it. Yeah. Yeah. I prefer it.
I think, I don't know, cold black coffee is, oof, that's rough.
That's why people
Well,
don't
you
drink
didn't-
cold black coffee. They drink cold coffee that's dressed
I
up.
was thinking about like
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
had your
No,
cold black
no.
coffee. You know
I
what
don't
mean?
even like my coffee microwaved warmed back up. Once it is gone
Really?
cold, pitch it out, start over. Just give me a fresh pot, fresh, whatever.
Really?
But man, black coffee is just it strikes a chord that I will forever be glad that I'm
not a black coffee person.
Oh man, it's so good.
Now I'm not a sweet coffee person either.
Well, sure.
Just a little
So
cream.
I like just a little bit of cream, knocks the edge
Knock
off.
that edge off.
Same.
Right.
Yep.
And I like it really hot. Like they put caution on the cup for me. Like that's the kind of hot
That McDonald's
like.
window sticker is good for you.
That is for me because I'm the guy that's like, that's me.
I still, I remember that whole fiasco when the lawsuit with McDonald's and stuff because they served their coffee hot and the guy or girl, whoever it was, spilled it and stuff. And I still see that sticker every now and then. And I'm like, it's like saying caution that the peanut package has got peanuts in it. And I'm like, where are we at sometimes? Just, and I know I'm starting to get out there in the political waters a little bit, but it's like, man, why are we just sometimes.
I don't even know if that's political.
It's something politically correct, maybe. I don't know.
I'm thinking more that might just be
Darwinism at its finest, trying to curb it. So that's,
See, now you making it political by saying that. I was just gonna say stupid.
sorry. I was trying to give somebody the benefit of the doubt. Leave me alone. So that's fine.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Stupid shatur, right? And they don't do it anymore.
It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
They don't get any lawsuits about it, that's for sure. So they help that. But
I like it. All right, so we're looking at summertime for the brick and you got me on this brick and mortar.
I know.
I'm stuck.
I knew as soon as he said it that's where your vein was going to be right there.
Oh yeah, I'm
exciting.
stuck. I can't think about anything else.
Yeah.
What brought that on? Is that something y'all have been looking to do? Or is that
yeah.
something that like just now that the opportunity's there, timing's right, everything looks good?
Well, we've been searching for at least a year and a half.
Okay.
For
Yeah.
a location.
So you're not just jumping the gun. Like
No.
you've
No,
done
we've
your
been looking.
Okay.
Looking.
Cool.
Yeah. It's hard to find just the right location that we had to have a drive-through.
Yeah, the drive-through is what made it difficult, I guess, to
Yeah,
find a place.
there's not a lot of inventory of places with drive-through.
Right.
You know, I had a conversation with somebody probably 6 months ago, maybe. Might have been longer than that. And there's not a lot of second gen drive-throughs at all in Rutherford County.
Right.
And then so like if you have a business that closed with a drive-through, I think me and you were talking about one across town not too long ago. You find one, but then the rent's way too much.
The rent's very high.
And then you go, well, you start doing performas and projections, and you're like, well, I ain't gonna make no money if I go over there.
Yep.
Let me play devil's advocate here and excuse my ignorance. Does the drive-through cause that increase in rent price to go up, or is it typically because the drive-through is located in a better spot, or is it just a combination of the two?
From my real estate knowledge, and you can chime in, but I mean, from my real estate knowledge, it's both.
Okay.
I would
So,
think it's both. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because a lot of your drive-throughs are typically going to be on a higher traffic road.
Okay.
Right, you're not going to put
And the end of the building. So typically you're not getting lost in that middle. Yeah.
right.
You know what I mean?
So visibility's better.
Sure.
You know, it's on a busier road. So
Okay.
the person that owns that building knows what they have
Right.
almost.
Right.
And there's certain regulations, laws, rules that the city makes you abide by.
Sure.
And they've actually even expanded on the drive-through from the Murfreesboro side. Now I don't know about Smyrna, maybe different, but like it used to be when you built a drive-through, and this was 4 or 5 years ago when I was looking into it. The drive-through had to have, I think it was the capability of holding 8 cars.
10.
10
I
now.
thought it was 10.
So
They
10
bumped it
cars.
up.
10 cars.
Yeah.
So
That's
you
a trickle
can't-
down from Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
I mean, like literally, that's
Yes.
they are so
Yeah.
they work so well at theirs, and efficient as they are. That's what it seems like because you've got to have that capacity just with even
Well,
though.
look, I mean, you think about the Chick-fil-A that's over off of Old Fort Parkway.
Yeah. They expanded the road.
They expanded that road. They expanded their drive-through. They expanded their parking lot,
And they still
And they
black.
still
back
have
then.
people on the
and they
road.
still block the road.
Yep.
Yep.
Like I mean, it's ridiculous. You can't go down that road.
Right.
And
Like
they're
I-
fast.
And they're
quick.
fast.
Yeah, they're quick.
I don't know the exact number. I know towards the end of summer, they were trying to set some sort of, I don't know if it was a Chick-fil-A record or whatever record for amount of cars served in the lunch hour, 12 to 1. And I want to say they hit like 171 or so. Like it was some dumb number that if you start doing the math, you're talking like 3 cars a minute or something. Like it was insanity.
Yeah.
And if you think about that capacity just from a traffic flow, and then we sit here and say, well, 10 cars as a holding pattern. Like, it's like, wow, that's just, there's a steep fall off there, but they influence that just from the traffic flow of those high traffic areas. So
You said that, and you know where my brain went? I'd like to have the money they pay in taxes.
sure.
Just the amount of money 171 cars. I mean, think about how much you pay to go through a drive-through.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, like you're raising eyebrows at me. I agree. Yeah. I mean, like it's there.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's a wild number. It's a wild number.
That's crazy.
I don't think we'll hit those numbers with coffee, but
You may give it to your second year.
Hey.
You'll be all right.
Oh,
but
yeah,
we're going to
see.
be as fast as possible.
Let's give it 2 or 3 years, and
Yeah.
you'll be
Yeah.
killing
Jeez.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Be great. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I just get like, I'm not in Smyrna very often. And so now I'm going to have to deviate when I am close to Smyrna to go
We're just-
The
check
good
the
news,
folks
it's
out.
right off the highway, so
Well,
like, it's pretty easy.
I will go. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to like, man, but I mean, I'm through there enough.
Right off when you say highway, Interstate 24.
Yes, that one.
So right off of
About
24.
3 minutes off.
Okay.
Did you say?
Well, I guess depending on traffic, it's like right there though.
New development. I got an idea.
Charlie's going to start putting pen on a map here for too long.
I can go to back way and be there in 6 minutes. I know exactly where that is.
Yeah, look at him.
Yeah,
That's it.
buddy.
I love it.
Yeah, that's good stuff because y'all live over by where I live, and that's not too far from the house. Yeah, I like it. That's good stuff. All right. So brick and mortar, we're gonna add 20% more beverage and a food menu.
I don't know about 20% more beverage.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just
100% more food.
yeah we're
100% more
redeveloping. There's a couple things on the menu that just
Yeah, because
Aren't
some
big
things are being
sellers.
swapped
Yeah.
out rather
Yeah.
than added to.
Okay. I got you.
So
yeah.
All right. So, and then when you open the brick and mortar, are you going to pull back on the food truck to start with, and then kind of ramp back up once we get
probably,
staffing
yeah,
and
once
all
we
the
figure
things?
that out.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So are you going to use the staff that you have now currently for the brick and mortar?
Hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too. I mean,
Okay.
we only have 2 people, so yes.
But you're planning on probably hiring a few more too, right?
Oh yeah.
All right. So guys, reach out to Cool Beans if you need a job.
Yeah.
They are currently hiring, and going to be hiring more in the very near future.
Yes.
I love it. That is outstanding. Okay. What's the top 2 or 3 things from the food side that you're planning on? Like, those are going to be on the menu. What's going on, guys? I'm your man, Charlie Eblin, the owner of Single Tree Barbecue, located right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, 2805 Old Fort Parkway. We're open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 until 8 p.m. and on Sundays from 11 to 3. If you want some smoked wings all the way to some Texas-style smoked brisket, y'all come see us. We have some amazing lunch specials during the week and outstanding barbecue right here in the Middle Tennessee area. We can't wait to see you guys.
I mean, are we still figuring that out? Because I feel like we still are figuring that out.
I'm pretty confident that we'll have croissant breakfast sandwiches.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we got that pretty much close. And then we actually, going back to the food truck tribe,
Yep.
we are going to be promoting another food truck
Okay.
at our store. It's a Southern thing.
Oh.
You might know them,
Nice. Yeah.
Jason and Haley. Love a lot of what they do. So we'll have some of their items available.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's a coffee shop, so we're hoping to find some good other items like cinnamon rolls
Yeah.
or
feel like cinnamon rolls, that's the one we're really going after
Yeah.
to get right.
Yeah. It's actually hard to get that right. You know?
Look, I think anything that is baked is hard to get right. I am
Yeah.
I am not a baker
there's
by any means.
1,000 different versions out there, and it has to be right. So
I like
we're
it.
we're still
I
hunting.
like it. Okay. What so we're working hard and heavy on that. Kind of pull back on a food truck for probably the last half of the year. Get the brick and mortar going and get back on the road again as well. I love it. Okay.
Yeah, we still have our regular big events that
Yep.
we're still going to go to.
Yeah.
We don't want to give those up. But
I got you. What so you have an Instagram, you have a Facebook,
Yes.
still got TikTok?
Yeah, I don't think anything's been posted in a long time, but it's still there.
Okay. How do people find you when they want to come? Like, we're telling all these people to come see you. So where do they need to go to find where you're going to be until we get the brick and mortar open and can post an update?
We post a monthly schedule on our website. So if ever you miss the Instagram and Facebook update of the weekly schedule, you can always go there and get our whole month's view. But we do try to, now in the slower months, we haven't been doing it because it's just been like the 2 places that we go to every week. So unless something new pops up, we don't really say anything.
or
we
private events.
We just
don't
remind
post those.
everyone like, hey, this is still what we're doing. But once we get up and going again around March, we'll be doing a weekly update on our Instagram, and it's linked to our Facebook. So everything that's posted to Instagram will automatically go to our Facebook. So
And we're also on Street Food
yeah.
Finder.
So,
Okay.
So
All right. And are you booking events from now through, are you continuously booking? So like if somebody wanted something, you're not going to stop taking events.
Nope.
probably not. No.
Okay. So we can still book. It's just not, we're just not going to actively seek once
Right.
you guys sign the lease.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Keep trying to include myself.
All I hear is they plan on not sleeping for like the next 8 months. That's,
Yes.
I mean, that's
Oh, that's so true.
Yes.
There's so much to do.
So what's
It's
the biggest fear, Marissa? You've grown like crazy.
Yeah.
You got 2 food trucks, getting ready to open a brick and mortar. You're like 16 years old.
Real close.
I mean, there's always that fear that it's not going to be as busy as we're expecting it to be. But I think that's just an underlying, everyone kind of has that fear. But I think for me, it's actually being understaffed. I'm really worried that we're not going to have the staff we need to keep up with the demand that we will eventually have. And
I
I'm going
hope
to be...
that's the problem.
Well, yeah, I guess. But I'm very used to being in every role, already. And I am worried that if I have to continue doing that with the brick and mortar, I'm going to just run myself into the ground. And
Your role's about to change big time.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
About to change
She
big
does everything.
Yeah, it's. I will tell you that that was for somebody that's been in this business for 30 some odd years, and I've ran millions and millions of dollars of revenue over multiple states. Once I opened my own, going from the food truck to the brick and mortar, I wanted my hands in everything, because in the food truck, you can do everything,
Right.
right? I used to say I went from 144 square feet to 1,600,
Right.
1,700, whatever my building is.
Your steps went up.
And my steps definitely went up. And instead of, taking 2 steps to the right and 2 steps to the left, now I'm telling, 15 people what to go do every day.
Yeah.
And I can't have my hands in everything.
Yeah.
So it's crazy
It's
to
an
think
adjustment,
about,
yeah.
right? And you have to depend on the great people that are a part of your team, right? And so it's hard. But you're definitely gonna not be able to have your hands on every cup of coffee that goes
And
out.
I struggle with that. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's if I can give you any advice, start learning that now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Because it's gonna be difficult for you for sure. But it'll be the most rewarding thing you've ever done. It's incredible. I'm so happy for you guys. I can't wait.
The man is stoked.
Look, man, it's and you can agree or disagree, but starting a business in the middle of what the world didn't have a clue about, and seeing it grow into something that people love, that nobody else in this world cares more about than you do, right? And to continuously get to a point to where you're growing more and more and building more and more and doing more is just like, it's just super, super special, right? So when I see people that, I've known from, quote unquote infancy stage, right? When we first started to now, you got multiple trucks, you're getting ready to get to brick and mortar, like you're nervous because you want it to continue to do what you're doing, right? It's just incredible.
Does making it through the challenge of 21 and opening during that period, does that make opening the brick and mortar seem less daunting? You're like, well, hey, we've already done this big hurdle and we made it, so this is just another hurdle, but it's a smaller hurdle. I'm not taking anything away from that, because you got a lease, you're looking over it, you're trying to find projections, you're worried about staff, and you're worried about menu, you're worried about the lights being on, building out. There's no doubt, but does it kind of give you a little bit of that confidence of, we can do this because we've managed it once, let's manage it twice, and just kind of jump out there through it?
I think I'm really confident in the products. I'm really confident in our drinks and the people that love our drinks, and I feel like they'll follow us to the brick and mortar. It's just a huge investment. There's so many ins and outs. It's with the food truck. It's a smaller investment. It doesn't work. It's the risk factor.
Right.
If it doesn't work, okay, sell the truck. Try to get some of your money back.
Sure.
Go on.
Right.
This is, I'm locked in for 5 years.
Right.
And with the investment, it's probably going to be much longer than that.
Sure.
So the risk factor is so much higher. But the confidence is there.
Right.
It's much. We didn't know what we were doing when we started 4 years ago. We learned so much as we went along. Here, you almost have to know what you're doing prior to day one.
Sure.
I will tell you this, Jay. You don't have to know what you're doing prior. You feel that way.
I do feel that way.
I've been doing this for 33 years. Mm-hmm. I was a regional vice president for a company before I started my own business. And I thought that I knew everything there was to know about running a restaurant. Mm. You know what I found out? I didn't know.
You
Jack
didn't know
diddle.
Jack.
Right?
Yep.
So I didn't know everything.
Yeah.
What I will tell you is more important than knowing everything is knowing what you don't know. And reaching out to other business leaders in the community. Call me. We can call anybody else I know, and we can find out what you need and what you don't need, how to do things, experience. There's a group that I'm a part of that we meet every Wednesday and Friday at noon, Central Standard Time on LinkedIn. It's called Rising Tide, and it's a whole bunch of restaurateurs, real estate, marketing people, authors, hotel people, like just tons and tons of different industries. But we meet for an hour every Wednesday, every Friday, and it's recorded. It's on YouTube. It's on, all the different platforms. But today we met, and it was about accountability and having an accountability partner, right? So there's professional accountability and personal accountability. So, and these people are, we talk about it all the time about being strangely available, because they are strangely available. They pick up the phone any day, anytime. I called guys last night on my way home from the restaurant at 8-something at night saying, hey, I got a question about something. This don't make no sense. And they answer the phone and they give you their opinion and you move on. But building that community and that network of other leaders and people that have done it can help you sidestep some of the hurdles. And, it might be something like, get a hot water heater that is on demand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and then you don't have to go through that 3 weeks of anguish of what you're going to do to fix it. So you're not alone. You're here today and you have the world in front of you. I can't be more ecstatic and proud to even know you, let alone the success that you've had. You know, it's a testament to what you've done. You know, keep doing it and kicking butt and taking names.
Yeah.
So with that, do you have a Friday Feel Good?
Always.
I can't wait. Let's hear it.
Guys, look, much what Jay and Cool Beans have already said, consistency. You have got to find that part that you are staying consistent at. I have been struggling this week with some of the things that I've been lacking consistency in my life, finding those things, realizing where you need to pour back into. Be consistent. Don't let the small hurdles be what cripple you up. Just keep pushing forward, knowing that the bigger picture is what you're seeking success in. Y'all know what to do. Find somebody you know. Tell them you love them.
I love it. Look,
It's awesome.
Jay, Marissa, thank you so much for coming to hang out with us for the
awesome.
hour that you got to hang out with us and telling the world about your story. See, you had nothing to be nervous about.
I guess it wasn't so
Great,
bad.
super easy.
Yeah.
Just got to.
Well, when we
sit
have
here and
y'all
talk
on
to
after
us.
the brick and mortar, we'll get you all jazzed up and let it go.
Yes,
Guys. So there we go.
Yes.
You have to come back after we get that open, okay?
Yes.
Definitely.
All right. I want to hear all the war stories about opening the brick and
I'm
mortar.
sure that-
I want to
It's
hear
gonna be a
about the
lot of fun.
inspection. That's what I want to hear about.
Yeah, those first couple ones
That's
those first couple ones are a little nerve wracking. Yes.
Yeah.
So look, you guys know where to find them. Get on Facebook, Instagram, Street Food Finder. Book their truck for the rest of the year. Book them up all year long. It's perfectly fine. They'll love it. It's you'll love all the food. They got a brick and mortar coming soon.
Coming soon.
We will update that. I will share it on all of my socials as well as soon as we get dates and times of opening day. Look, if you guys want to get involved, please feel free to reach out to me. You can call me at 615-307-0120 at the restaurant. Or you can email me at charlie@singletreebbq.com. And make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and all of the things. And until next time, guys, we'll see you then.
Y'all be good.
Thanks for joining us today. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, leave us a 5-star review and come see us at the restaurant.